Frazier bringing it up. Bounce pass to Sawyer for three from the corner and score! Left here in the first quarter. Sawyer setting up again for three. Pure! Seconds, Frazier into Saunders. Off the backboard, yes. Taylor. At CQ Arena at Towson University here for the 2020 Baltimore County Championship game. I'm here, Tim Tooten Jr. with my colleague Ellen Fitzke. How you doing, Ellen?
I'm doing great, Tim. Exciting game tonight.
Yeah, we have a rematch of last year's game with Pikesville and Western Tech that Pikesville got the win and captured their first Baltimore County Championship in what was a great season.
Yes, Pikesville had an awesome season last year, and they're having a great season this year. So this is going to be an interesting rematch, as Western Tech is also doing very, very well.
They are doing well, as they have. Last year's game, they were missing Tiffany Manning, the junior, who's now a senior. 1,000-point scorer, first time school history. So I think they're going to be leaning a lot on her tonight.
Yeah, she's a wonderful player. She's a slasher driver. She can shoot the three. She's a very physical guard. And last year they did really miss her, but this year she's bringing it all.
Here to set off the tip, we have Kristen Sterling and Destiny Ward at the tip. Pikesville in the white and purple. Western Tech in the blue and black. And Robinson lays it in to score the first points of the game for Pikesville.
What a great tip.
And there's the bounce pass to Ward, and it's stolen by Robinson. And tightrope on the sideline, loses the handle and catches it back. Western Tech start now. Looks like a 2-3 zone, Ellen.
Yes, 2-3 zone. Pikesville started after their made basket in a 2-2-1 full court press that caused that turnover. So they're looking to put a lot of pressure on early.
Flanges Glover Bay at the top of the key, swings to Robinson, drives, shot missed. Ward on the steal. Here with 1 minute gone by. Sydney Stokes with the ball, junior guard, one of the main ball handlers for this Wolverine basketball team. Ward drives, blocked by Moore. And she's going to take it other way. Roberts, she's going to drive all the way. Left hand, missed it. Sterling has it. Western Tech has it, excuse me. Going the other way, Sydney Stokes. Going to penetrate, right hand, and scores.
Very nice move by Stokes.
And that scores the first points of the game for Western Tech with a 2-2 tie. 6:30 left in the opening frame. And Aaron passed there. Bay was looking for Robinson.
So we should see Pikesville maybe put on this press again, as it's a dead ball turnover.
Stokes takes the inbound, passes it to Matar. Matar to Ward, who's really had a big jump since her freshman season last year.
Yeah. Pikesville's playing a man-to-man defense, and it looks like Western's having a little bit of trouble.
And there's the steal by Glover Bay. Looks for Roberts, and she loses the handle and goes out of bounds. Back to the Wolverines.
Coach Dukes can't be too happy with that with his Pikesville squad. He's just given up two fast break opportunities with errant passes. It's probably a little bit of nerves.
Little early nerves. We saw a little bit last year. There's the first couple of possessions, a couple of turnovers and errant passes. And there was the trap by Pikesville, but a reach. Let's see who that foul was on. That's on Tyra Robinson. First foul for the Panthers. Destiny Ward at the right wing. Stokes setting up the play. Swings it over to Matar. She's going to drive. Robinson on her. Missed shot. Rebound by Sterling.
Oh,
and
nice
there's a
outlet.
fast break more. Roberts almost errand. And she gets it to roll. Saria Roberts on the board. And there's that press. But they break it. Comes up empty. Rebound by Williams. Sterling gets the rebound for Pikesville.
That was an unbelievable rebound.
Robinson, oh, quick pass, and one! Saria Roberts. 1,000-point score for Pikesville as well.
Yes, Western Tech is having a difficult time containing that fast break and getting back. Their transition defense, they're going to have to figure that out, not allow easy baskets inside.
And Roberts swishes her free throw. And as we talked in the pregame, Ellen, this Pikesville team is a very good free throw shooting team.
Yes, they're probably, I don't know their team average, but I'm guessing it's around 75%, which is excellent for a high school team to be able to shoot free throws that well.
And Tiffany Manning comes up empty, the senior who, again, as we reported, did not play last year to an ankle injury. 1,000-point score for Western Tech, coming up empty on her first shot. And there with an angry foul, it's her first foul.
Looks like Western Tech's in a 2-3 defense, trying to maybe take away the middle penetration by Pikesville and get them to maybe take some outside shots as all their scores, all their points have been scored in the paint.
Glover Bay, bounce pass to Moore. There's the screen by Roberts. Swings it to Robinson. Back to Glover Bay. Robertson's calling for it. Swing it over to Robinson. Three, that's her spot. Splash! Tyra Robinson from deep. And Western Tech looking to go charge the other way quickly. Ward from the foul line swings it. Manning, three ball. Yes!
You can do it, I can do it too. Nice shot.
Big three by Tiffany Manning. As Pikesville has a 10-5 lead here with 3:55 left in the opening frame. Inbound to Sterling, and we got a reach-in foul on Western Tech. That's wheel number 33, Troy Williams on the foul. Robinson inbounding on the basket. Tough pass. Got a jump ball. And that possession arrow is going to go to Western Tech.
Western Tech did a nice job clogging up the paint there. Come up with that jump ball.
Sydney Stokes calling out the play. Manning and Glover Bay. It's a matchup that will be a treat all year. Stripped
nice
by
hands.
Moore, the freshman. Through the contact. Comes up short. That foul's on Destiny Ward. That's her second foul.
What a nice play by Amaya Moore.
Amaya Moore at the line shooting.
Comes up short on the first.
She definitely plays like she's older than a freshman. She knows the game. She runs the court well.
I was just about to mention that, Ellen. She's a true freshman, playing tremendous, getting her fingerprints all over the basketball. She comes up empty on that one, and that's going to stay here with Pikesville. Robinson will inbound the ball. Sterling calling for it. Swings it over to Bay. Moore. Inbound pass to Robinson. Cross-court pass. Robinson, splash.
That didn't hit anything but net.
And that's 7 quick points in the first quarter for Tyra Robinson. And we got a kick ball. I tell you, this trap is really just making Western Tech move quickly. They're not getting their offensive set, and they're deflecting a lot of basketballs against some turnovers, but they're actually converting on some of these transition opportunities.
Yes, it's giving them fits, to be honest with you, and they want to try to keep the ball out of the sideline play because that's where the traps are occurring. If they can do a better job maybe pushing the ball to the middle and starting their offense from the middle, they might have some more opportunities.
And Manning loses the handle, stolen by Roberts. Got a 4-on-1 here for Robson. Swings it over to Sterling. Hesitated on the shot. That's usually her spot right there from 3. She's calling for it again.
Weston did a much better job getting back in transition.
Inside, and she draws the foul. That's subbing into the game for Pikesville is number 12, Sydney Barnes, getting their first few minutes on the floor for the Panthers.
Kristen Sterling is a tough cover on the inside because she's got such an athletic frame and is very, very strong.
Very strong on the interior. She's a solid 3-piece last year with Roberts and Saunders. Just had the ability to shoot from outside and now showing a little stronger game in the paint this year. And she comes through on both free throws.
And a sweet foul shot.
Very nice stroke, and we got a timeout. Western Tech here, 2:44 left. Pikesville up 15-5, and it looks like a little bit of the story of last year. They're having their way with turnovers and transition and doing their job. Ellen?
I don't think Western Tech is showing how good they really are right now. I think they're a little rattled by the press. Pikesville's also playing pretty solid man-to-man defense, and it's causing them some problems. Hopefully they'll settle down a little bit. I know that they're a very, very good team, and they have some good drivers and slashes to the basket, so it's just a matter, hopefully, of them getting a little bit better connected on offense and settling in.
And a few of the times they have broke the press or haven't been pressed at all, they've had some turnovers that have had some Pikesville get some points on the other end, so they haven't been able to set up. We've seen Manning hit a 3 or 2, but that's about it for this program. As you see, they only have 5 points.
Yeah. Right now, they just seem to be outmatched with the energy level that Pikesville is bringing.
Lots of energy and effort. We're at 2:35 left here in the opening quarter. Got a man-to-man here with Destiny Ward lefty. Misses the 3. Rebound. And missed. And that's Matar with the board. She's going to go to the line for 2. There's
so
one.
They did a better job going to the offensive glass on that and getting 2 or 3 shots, which is great.
Some key second chance points. And in and out for Matar for the first one. Got number 32, Kelsey Parker, freshman, subbing in for Pikesville. And she swishes the second.
They need a stop here now to try to make a little bit of a run before the end of the quarter.
And certainly maybe cut it down to single digits. Glover Bay swings it over. Right back of the wing, in pass to Sterling, deflected. Western Tech, they had a shot there. Inside to Roberts, that's where she works, and scores. Tremendous assist there by Sydney Barnes, quick find. There's Ward. Right at the foul line, swish. Maya Britton.
Much better offensive set that time. Moved the ball nicely.
The swing over. Roberts, drive, sideline. Comes up empty. Matar with the board. 1:20 left here in the opening quarter. Stokes gives it to Manning. Little ISO, one-on-one. Barnes bringing the pressure and gets the turnover.
Sydney Barnes did such a nice job playing defense on Tiffany Manning that time. It It just took it right out of her, and she dribbled it out of bounds.
That was tremendous effort there. She's really challenging the senior there, Manning. Inbound pass to Sterling, and she's going to go to the line. That foul is going to be on number 11, Samaria Jones, getting their first minutes on the floor. Rims out for Sterling.
You can hear the spectators trying to will on Western Tech to try to get it together.
You got it, baby. You got it. Yes.
Make a little run here.
A little bit of encouragement as they're down double digits here with 55 seconds left in the opening frame. There's Destiny Ward. 1-on-1 against the freshman.
Oh, nice pass.
Nice spin move and gets it to roll. It's Destiny Ward's getting their first 2 points of the game. Hopefully call for your number a few more times tonight. Parker. They're swinging it around. Glover Bay swings it over to Barnes. Yes! Cans the jumper. And there's Ward swinging it back to Stokes.
She's going to try to go for one here.
Ball for the last shot. Stones drives, Euro steps, blocked by Roberts. Going to stay here with Western Tech.
I think this is the first out of bounds play underneath, so let's see if they can get a score on this.
There in the stack. Britton the inbounder to Ward. Comes up empty. Barnes with the board. 3, 2, 1. Look it up for 3. And called bank. And that's how you put an exclamation point at the end of the first quarter, Ellen. It's been all Pikesville as they lead 23-10. Just a tremendous last couple minutes there by Sydney Barnes. Lots of energy and effort there. She got the turnover and calls bank on the 3 here to cut out the first quarter.
That was great. She was aware of the clock and got it off. And yes, everything's going Pikesville's way right now. And they're playing hard. They're playing aggressively. They're playing with energy. And it's not matching what Western Tech is doing at all. Western Tech needs to, I think, bring some more energy to the defensive end. They need to get some stops, and hopefully they can put that together the second quarter. It's going to be interesting to see what they decide to do differently in terms of how they run things out there.
And looking at some of the first quarter highlights, as you see, it's all Pikesville, and there you see the bank there by Barnes, but a lot's been going on for Western Tech. It started out with the press really being denied getting across the half court, and then when they did get across half court, the Sterling and Roberts has really been clogging it down in the front court and forcing points the other way.
Yes, I think it looks like Pikesville's game plan is to really hound number 32 on Western Tech, Tiffany Manning. They know that she's maybe the engine that runs this team, so they're taking away a lot of her options and
really frustrating her.
They're frustrating her, yeah. So other players have to step up on Western Tech. They have to maybe get the ball out of her hands and let her run off some screens and play more off the ball.
And that's where you would like to see, maybe some of the second and third options in Destiny Ward, who's put a scratch on the board for 2, and Sydney Stokes really facilitating, not getting a whole lot of points. So we start the second frame, 23-10. Pikesville up on Western Tech. Glover Bay swings it over to Barnes. Back to Glover Bay. There's the screen by Sterling. Moore for 3. No. Barnes there, effort, and gets the board. Energy and effort continuing here for Barnes here in the second quarter. See, good read on that ball, able to go up and draw the foul, get 2 at the line.
Western did a little bit better job, I think, moving as the ball moved. The problem was the shot came out from the corner. They didn't have anybody on that weak side rebound, and it opened up the lane for Barnes.
She knocks down the first free throw. Rims out the second. Sterling called there for a push off, and it's going to go the other way to Western Tech. That's her first personal of the game.
You know, as a coach, you don't mind those types of fouls because they're aggressive fouls, and she was going for the rebound.
A little bit of a press here. Troy Williams bringing it up for the court, hands it off to Manning. ISO with Barnes. There's the handoff to Ward. She drives the lane, swings it off to Williams. Rims out. Roberts skies for the board. Trapped. Passes out to Glover Bay. Cross-court pass errand. Sterling able to stay in bounds. Barnes kisses it just off the glass. It seems like anything Barnes is throwing up is going in.
She's having a nice night.
Manning comes back for one miss and scores.
Tiffany Manning.
And that's 5 points for Tiffany Manning. There's the press. And scored by Sterling. So there's some miscommunication on the back end there. They brought the press. Nobody slid over. Sterling wide open for the score.
Yes, if you don't put more pressure on the ball, it's easy to see behind it.
Stokes with the screen. Ward picks up a dribble. Britton.
That's a nice
down
give
the
and
Ward.
go.
Tremendous play there.
Destiny Ward.
It's a nice pass by Maya Britton.
No more, Chris. Get rid of that, Chris.
Excellent ball vision there by Britton. Has a good feel for the game. 6 minutes left here in the second quarter. Picks up a dribble. Barnes drives. Got a blocking foul.
Pikesville continues to put pressure on the Western Tech defense by taking the ball hard to the paint, whether they're driving baseline or through the middle. And Western Tech's having a hard time defending them without fouling.
And with that 8th foul, it's going to be a one-on-one situation here for Sydney Barnes. And swishes the first. With a 15-point lead. He knocks down the second. Barnes is 3 of 4 from the charity strike. Stokes swings it out to Manning. Really tenacious on the defensive end for Pikesville. They just caught for a reach in there. That's her first foul for Sydney Barnes.
They're playing aggressively, and so that's what Western Tech has to continue to do, take it right to them.
The up-tempo is aggressive, definitely the calling card for Pikesville. Sydney swings it out to Matar from the corner. No, Sterling gets the rebound. Shots just aren't falling for Western Tech here in the second quarter. Sterling for 3. No. Barnes with the board. Shot blocked. Tipped away. Stokes has it. Matar swings it to Ward. Drives. Goes up hard but misses. Roberts with the rebound. Missed transition points there for Western Tech. They had the 3-2 advantage there, Ellen.
Yeah, it's a shame that they missed the basket because they did a lot of things right on that play.
Shot blocked. Going to stay here with Pikesville.
Western Tech is trying to pick up their defense a little bit. They've blocked a couple of shots down. They're moving better, and they have their hands up.
Glover Bay into Roberts. Hadn't said her name in a while, but she says her name right there and gets 2.
That's a very nice move inside by Roberts.
That's 9 points for the senior and state champion Roberts here in the first half. And we got a moving screen, and it's going to go to Pikesville. I think that's on Troy Williams. .440 left here in the opening half. Barnes, Sterling calling for it, loses the handle, and we got a jump ball, and that's going to go to Western Tech.
Pikesville continues to look inside and put pressure on that Western Tech defense. They're having a hard time guarding the post and the paint.
Doing a solid job of going in the paint and getting some of the Western Tech bigs in foul trouble, and as well as going for a high percentage shot.
And Pikesville continues to put the full court pressure on. They're not letting up at all.
Sydney Stokes, as Western Tech breaks the press. Stokes ISO swings it out to the sub-end player, Amani Gross. The freshman comes up empty on their first shot.
It seems like the game plan is to get that open corner shot, but nobody seems to knock it. No one has been able to knock it down yet for Western Tech.
Kelsey Parker, the freshman, up high. Tim Duggan style, kissing it off the glass.
I want to know who their shooting coach is that teaches them those angles off the glass. Well done.
We've seen about 4 or 5 of those, and more with a strip.
Oh,
But
nice
Manning
play.
recovers, and
That's
Ward.
the hustle that they need.
No quit there by Manning after losing the handle, getting it right back, and Ward scoring.
Let's see if this helps them to pick it up a little bit.
Sterling trapped. Out of bounds, going to stay here with Pikesville. There's some energy going on the Western Tech direction. And Coach Dukes is going to call a timeout. Didn't like what he saw in those last 2 as Western Tech turning up the effort on these last couple of possessions, Owen.
Agreed. That's a good timeout by Coach Dukes. Maybe just reorganize his girls a little bit, and as you said, Western Tech is starting to pick up some of the momentum, which is great to see because it's always wonderful when we have a competitive matchup.
Right. Certainly, I mean, both teams have worked hard to get back to this point, winning their respective divisions and making a solid run into the postseason. As last year, Pikesville won their first Baltimore County championship last year, and they went on to win the state championship, their first as well, as they're moving up to the 2A class division. I believe that's correct, Helen?
Yes, that's correct. They won the 1A last year, and I think they have a solid chance in the 2A this year. And Western Tech, I believe, is still in the 1A, so they might have an opportunity. I know that they played for state championships in the past, so they might have an opportunity to get back to this arena again for the state playoffs.
And they are seeking their first Baltimore County championship, as is Western Tech, as they've come up on 3 different occasions and come up empty. So they're looking to capture some hardware of their own here tonight at CQ Arena at Towson University. Inbound to Kelsey Parker. Parker to Bay. Back to Parker. Bay, opportune 3. Comes up empty. Sterling, strong on the boards. And 2.
She just has a wonderful knack of being in the right place on on the offensive glass.
There's Sydney Stokes. She's prone to hit the 3. Comes up empty. Gets her own rebound.
Nice look
What
inside.
a pass and 1. Matar on the board from the nice feed from Destiny Ward.
They needed that badly.
That could be a huge lift for Western Tech here in the last 3 minutes. Comes up short. Roberts with the rebound. And lost the handle there. Manning with the steal. Hands it off to Stokes. 2-on-2. Stokes. Pass to Ward. Lefty. No. Roberts skies for the board. Sterling with a lazy pass stolen away. Western Tech has it. That's Stokes. Drives, Euro steps, and gets the foul called.
You have to like the hustle in both programs. Everybody's going after the loose balls. They're on the floor. Western Tech came up with the loose ball that time and now have an opportunity to score.
As the junior, Sydney Stokes, at the line for the first time tonight. Knocks down the first. Sydney Barnes and Tyra Robertson subbing in for Pikesville to give Roberts and Glover Bay a rest.
I think the other thing to note here is about 2:30 on the clock. Pikesville continues to put fresh legs into the game. They're doing a nice job rotating players off the bench. Sometimes it's easier to do that when you have a lead, where Western Tech seems to be staying with their core five.
Tremendous strategy. Parker to Sterling. That was too easy. Sterling making her presence known here in the second quarter on the board. And a block there. Presence felt even more. Has her fingerprints all over the second quarter. The junior, Kristen Sterling.
Tiffany Manning's keeping her composure, though. I mean, she had a nice hard drive, and she stayed with it. And so let's see if they can come up with a score on the out-of-bounds play.
With 21 seconds on the shot clock, 2:14 remaining. Bounce pass to Manning. Three.
That was a good look.
Rims out. And that's going to stay here with Western Tech. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Gross inbounds it. Bounce pass to Stokes. Parker on her. Ward at the top of the key. One-on-one against Robinson. Underhand. No. Sterling has it. 1:50 left here in the first half. Sterling almost lost it. Robinson for three. Rims out. Sterling with the board. Denied by the backboard. But Kelsey Parker, the freshman, with a hustle play. Pass deflected there. Barnes has it. And a lazy pass. Tapped away. Stay here with Pikesville. Roberts subbing in for Pikesville. Sterling getting a much-needed rest. And an errant pass, but Roberts has it. Trapped. Gross and Manning. And we got a walk there on Roberts.
Western Tech did a nice job there holding their ground and causing that drop.
Tremendous job there by Western Tech, not letting Roberts get anything there. 2 or 3 defenders there cause the turnover. Stokes to Ward. Drive at the foul line. Coming up empty, good defend there by Robinson. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes for three, taking a shot. Empty. Moore with the rebound. Stolen
nice hands
by Stokes. 2-1.
Sweet
what
move.
A move.
Oh, look at that.
Past the Ward. What a handle there by Stokes. Here with 40 seconds left. Pikesville up 38-22. 35 seconds left. Barnes. Drive the sideline and scores. No resistance there by Western Tech.
It's a nice move.
With the shot clock turned off, Western Tech looks like they're going to take the last shot. Got a foul. See who the foul was on. Got a foul on Glover Bay there. Western Tech will inbound it. Barnes. Stokes one-on-one against Barnes. Drives and kisses it off the glass.
Kind of looked like a football play, a linebacker going in and
that
taking it off the glass.
That was a tremendous play, like running back toting the rock and throwing it right off the glass.
You have to protect the ball like that, though, going against this Pikesville defense. They've got length, and they're causing a lot of problems with their active hands and feet.
Here at halftime, at CQ Arena, the girls' Baltimore County Championship, Pikesville leads Western Tech 40-24, and it's been a lot of second chance points here for some of the highlights in the first half. There's a few shots there by Manning, coming down with a few. Barnes, really from the end of the first quarter going into the second quarter. There's the shot there. She really had her fingerprints all over the quarter there. See there, Sterling. No resistance there on the defense. Let's look at some slow-mo action here. For a halftime presentation coming up, we're going to honor the Baltimore County divisional winners here for middle school. As we have the Eastern Division and Western Division for both the girls and the boys. It's a tremendous honor for these teams. As I mentioned here in middle school, in all likelihood, they'll be going up to high school and making that impact on some JV and varsity teams.
Absolutely. It's always nice to see the middle schoolers prior to them coming up to make an impact at the high school.
Yes, I remember back in middle school, then the 7th and 8th grade teams, those are some really fun times. I didn't make the team, but it was sure a joy to watch the fellows, play well. So.
I don't think we're on. I think because he's talking in my thing there.
Station.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please direct your attention to center court where the middle school division winners have gathered to be recognized. Basketball is played in 27 middle schools in Baltimore County. The 4 teams on the floor won their respective divisions this season. Congratulations to the girls' East Division winners, Perry Hall Middle School, led on the court by Coach Brianna Hall. Congratulations to the boys' East Division winners, Parkville Middle School, led on the court by Coach Jeff Landrier. Congratulations to the girls' West Division winners, Southern Magnet Middle School, led on the court by Coach Adam Weddle. And finally, congratulations to the boys' West Division winners, Deer Park Magnet Middle School, led on the court by Coach Ben Wolf. And give it up once again for our four middle schools: Ferry Hall Middle School, Parkville Middle School, Sudbury Magnet Middle School, and Deer Park Magnet Middle School.
I teach human geography, and I love exposing kids to what life is like outside of Baltimore County and outside of the United States. A lot of our kids have a bad day when they don't charge their phone in the morning, but other kids are just struggling to survive, find their next hot meal. Life tends to be a lot better when you look at what you do have instead of looking at what you don't have. I wanted to become a teacher because I knew that it was a job that really mattered. Teaching is something that brings the best out in me, and it makes me want to be a better person. When I was in high school, I would always think, what would I do if I had my own classroom? How could I make things more interesting? How could I engage more people? And teaching is a puzzle that's really, really hard to solve, but it's a puzzle that I think is worthwhile, and it's something that I'm going to keep at as long as I can. What motivates me more than anything is just the kids. I really do love them, and I see them every day. And I know they feed off my energy. And if I can have them leave my room smiling, laughing, talking about what they learned, I really know that it matters. Because I know at the end of the day, I'm going to be bumping into hundreds of kids. And if I can put them in a better place, the possibilities are really endless. It's a tough time to be a teenager, and there's so much transition and there's so much to figure out. And I just like to give them good energy and let them know, that things are going to work out for them. And if they work hard, and if they stay true to themselves, they're going to end up in a good place. I teach because it matters. When I go home, I can say, you know what? This kid was having a bad day, but when they walked out of my class, they were smiling. You know what? I taught that kid something that's going to help him see the world in a different way. I teach because as hard as the job is, and it is incredibly hard, I know that it's really important. It's something where I can leave a positive mark on people's lives, and I can make people's day better. I teach because I don't think there's many other things in the world that are as important as being an educator. It makes me want to be my best self, and it's something I take pride in every single day. My name is Rodolfo Tortolero, and this is why I teach.
I think that one of my most important relationships
what kind of number is
growing up
negative
when I was
75?
younger was with my trumpet. My trumpet's name was Precious. My trumpet was my all, my go-to for keeping me out of trouble, for helping me feel better when I was sad. It helped me make money to get through college, and it gave me some positive outcomes and things to do as a teenager and as a youth. I was a troubled youth, so I spent time in juvie. I had a PO from 9 to 15. I was going through some things in my life. Didn't have a father, had my sisters, my moms, my grandmother. But I noticed that by 10th grade, I wasn't in trouble as much. And then my middle school band director stayed in touch with me. So he ultimately became my father, or a father figure. And then Ronald Kearns, my high school band director, who kept me out of jail in 9th grade, supported me and gave me what I needed to move forward. So it inspired me to want to give back to the community, because at my school at Douglas, it was a music school. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, I can be a musician and create albums and have a legacy, but that legacy will only last as long as the album lasts. Or I can have a longer legacy by going back to mentor and teach. What motivates me to keep me going? I would say my older students. And to make it real simple, one of my kids, he's in Georgia, the country of Georgia, he called me. I had spoken to Raphael Tate in about 15 years. He's got albums out, he's a big-time performer. 2 weeks later, Keenan Schultz calls me from California. I had spoken to him in 13 years. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be where I am. Thanks for raising me in high school. Thanks for being there for me. So That reminded me that what I'm doing is bigger. What I do for my kids now is life transcending. It's going to take them further. So that it just keeps me motivated to come in here and make a difference in these kids' life. One of the best parts of my day with my students, I challenge them every day, musically, mentally, socially, academically, and physically. So normally when they get something, a new challenge for me, is if the light comes on. And then they're so excited when they get it. They jump, they scream, they're just happy. And for me, that makes my day, because it makes me feel comfortable that I know I'm doing the right thing and trying to move them forward. What I do with my kids now, as I always tell them, is what I'm teaching you and what I'm giving you, you won't understand it now, not until you become an adult. So the lessons, the speeches, the talks, the eating right, the staying focused, the discipline, the knowing your surroundings, knowing how to study, that's why I continue to do it. It's just planting those seeds now and then watching those seeds grow and flourish to something great as they become adults. And then they remind me that I am doing the right thing for the right reasons. My name is Hugh Barnes, and this is why I teach.
What school do you come? Okay. I know I just saw you. Got it. Me too.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're back here for the second half of the 2020 Girls Baltimore County Championship here on the campus at Towson University at CQ Arena. Pikesville with a 40-24 lead. They're going to get the ball to start the half here. It was really all Pikesville. Ellen?
Yep. It's really important, I think, that, Western really sets the tone here this second half. It's, I think early on we'll see how they're going to do based on the energy that they bring right now.
Waiting for the clock to start here. And now, okay. And officials going to get the clock right as they run it down. Looks like 9 seconds. Robinson will inbound the basketball for Pikesville. Now we have a moment, Ellen. I think Western Tech, obviously, they're going to need to get a quick start. How do you think they can do that?
They have to really bring up the intensity of their defense. They have to be aggressive. They have to put more pressure on the ball. They got to try to keep Pikesville out of the paint, take away that baseline drive, and I think force more outside shots, and then really really work hard to block out and get that defensive rebound.
Robinson drives the sideline. Shot was blocked there by Williams. Stokes has it on the other end. There's Manning, left, right hand. Shot was erased by Sterling.
Looks like
she's coming up short.
That was a nice start. They ran the floor well. Sterling did a nice job getting back. Looks like she twisted her ankle a little bit on that block shot.
Tremendous effort there, not giving up on the play there by Sterling. As she came up slow, looks like she's going to stay in and play. Going to guard the inbounds. Tar inbounds it, looking for Troy Williams. She has it. And that's going to be a reach-in foul on the freshman Moore.
That's a good sign. She was strong with the ball and didn't allow them to take it out of her hands.
And there's Williams again,
nice
wide
play.
open. Pikesville went to sleep on that one. And Troy Williams getting their first points of the game here.
Now we need a stop.
Glover Bay Over to Robinson. Going in traffic. Jump ball. Tremendous hands there by Ward.
They did a nice job taking away that lane into the paint.
And that's going to go to Western Tech. So that's a win there for Western Tech. Stokes swings it to the left wing to Ward. There's Manning, Williams, and Aaron pass there. Glover Bay with a steal. One-on-one. There's a reach foul on Stokes.
It's nice defense by Glover Bay.
And Glover Bay has it, swings it over to Robinson. 3-ball. That shot was blocked by Ward. And Stokes able to get it before it goes out of bounds. Destiny Ward going the other way. 3-on-2. Swings it to Matar. Ward, 3-ball, lefty, short. Glover Bay with the rebound. She's got the advantage. 2-1. Bay to Robinson and draws the foul.
Even though they were a little bit slower getting back, I like that play. Make her put it in from the free throw. Be a little physical. Take away that easy layup.
Don't want to just give her the easy layup there. Got to make it happen there. Robinson at the charity strike for the first time tonight. Knocks down the first one.
Again, as you said, the first half, they are really, really very good free throw shooters individually and as a team.
And that one rims out. Roberts.
And when they miss, they get the rebound and score it.
My goodness, Roberts climbing the ladder, putting it back
nice
up.
Move.
Nice move there by Stokes. Draws the foul there on Robinson. That's her second foul of the day. Stokes back at the charity strike. She's 2 for 2 so far tonight.
I don't think anyone is in foul trouble, are they, Tim? On either team. It's been a pretty clean game.
Very clean, maybe one foul for a handful of players. Rims out on that one. Moore with the board. And the steal by Manning, deflected. And a turnover by Ward. It goes the other way. Robinson bounce pass to Moore. Freshman kisses it ever so sweetly off the glass. And Western Tech with the Aaron pass, and they turn it right back over. Something you don't want to see here in the second half.
Yeah, they're hurting themselves a little bit right now. I mean, they've obviously raised their level of intensity, but at the same time, they've had some turnovers that could have gone the other way.
Sterling in the corner, down to Robinson.
Nice double team.
Manning knocks it away. It's off of Roberts and going to Western Tech. With 5:52 left here in the third quarter of the 2020 Girls Baltimore County Championship. Tara got away with a travel there. Manning, 3-ball. Comes up short. Hasn't been able to hit much today. Barnes losing the ball, and it's going to stay here.
Sometimes those 3 balls come off so hard on the rim that it's a opportunity for Pikesville to start a fast break.
And that's an Aaron pass. Stokes has the steal. Bounce pass to Manning. Blocked by Moore. Ward draws the foul. That was a tremendous block there by the freshman Moore.
She has excellent timing. It was clean.
Destiny Ward going to the line for her first time tonight. She has 8 points for the Wolverines.
She's one of their leading scorers, so if she can get going in this third quarter, that could really help them.
She's the team's second leading scorer with 12.6 points per game. And she knocks down her second free throw, is now at double figures with 10.
And she also has the opportunity to score in bunches. She's that type of player. She's a streaky scorer.
She has the task of guarding Roberts in the zone. Barnes rims out Matar, and Sterling battling for the rebound. That's going to stay here with the Panthers.
It's good hustle.
Francis Governor Bay calling out the offense under the basket. There's the pass to Barnes. Drive. Comes up empty on that one. Not high enough off the glass, and she picks up a quick foul. Is Barnes.
That was great defense by Troy Williams. She went straight up, took away the angle, and came up with the rebound.
That's the second personal on Barnes. And another quick foul. That's on Pikesville. That one's going to be on Moore. That's her second foul in as many minutes. Ward inbounds under the basket. Into Stokes. Ward. Nice move. Euro steps. But comes up empty. Might have been deflected by Roberts. Pikesville has it going the other way. Moore drives into the lane. Right hand. No. Ward with the rebound.
Western Tech's doing a better job.
That's her shot. Doesn't fall just there.
I was going to say they're doing a better job with only allowing one shot and getting a defensive rebound.
And Glover Bay throws it away. She was looking for more. Overshot the pass there. And we have a timeout on the floor. It's by Pikesville. 4:24 left here in the third quarter. Pikesville up 45-29. It's been a little bit of the same story for Western Tech. Not a whole lot going.
No, but I like their energy. I like they're playing. They seem to be playing with more intensity. They seem to be playing with more desire. They seem to be moving their feet better. They're doing a much better job on the defensive glass. So what's the lead? 16 now.
16, yes.
So they cut a little bit into it. They need to trim a little bit more off over the next 4 minutes and maybe try to get it down to single digits.
Start making the most of some of these possessions. I mean, they're forcing a couple of turnovers on the defensive end. You know, again, it's just they're doing a good job as well as getting to the foul line. They've made an effort to get to the foul line as well at the charity strike. They just need to maybe stop trading buckets and getting some points in the transition game.
Well, I think when you play up tempo like that, you have a tendency to go too fast, and so it's a matter of when Western Tech does get a turnover, that they turn around and they're able to settle a little bit and not move at that same speed to be able to take care of the ball. Yeah. Yes. But Pikesville putting on this full court pressure and keeping them in check, and it's causing the pace of the game and the pace of their passes to be quicker than maybe they want them to be.
Tiffany Manning.
Oh, nice look.
Dangerous pass. Ward comes up empty. Sterling with the board. Roberts and Sterling have really been shutting it down on the offensive and defensive glass.
Yeah, I would say she's been a difference maker in this game.
Roberts.
Oh, nice hands.
And stolen back. Roberts goes up and draws the foul. Senior Saria Roberts has 11 points tonight. I've lost track, but she probably has 10 boards, called a double-double here tonight Still got another quarter and a half to go. Again, Saria Roberts, senior forward, 1,000-point scorer for Pikesville, state champion, Baltimore County champion. Knocks down her free throw.
She's just really a nice all-around player. She's tough on the offensive end, and she's a solid defender. Plus, she's just has some great athleticism.
Yeah. Some of that comes from her being a two-sport athlete, playing some volleyball. That's a lot of athleticism. As Manning on the other end comes up empty, Roberts right on cue gets the board.
That probably explains her leaping ability a little bit.
Sterling for three. Splash!
And that was probably 2 feet behind the line, Tim.
She had all the time in the world on that one. Stop, pop, and nailed the three. Manning looking to even it up the other way. Comes up empty. Glover Bay going the other way. It's going to slow it down. Bounce pass to Barnes. To Moore. Looking for contact. Deflection other way. Roberts. And one. Right place at the right time for Roberts.
Yeah, Amaya Moore ran into a little bit of a wall, but Western Tech didn't have anybody on the weak side, and so it opened up a nice, easy shot for
Just seems like that ball
Roberts.
Just pinballed right to her. And
yeah, how many three-point plays does she have tonight? She's doing a really nice work on the.
I can probably count maybe 3 I've seen tonight. As she knocks down her free throw.
The old-fashioned way.
Britton looking for a shot, hesitated. Barnes going for the steal, but Stokes has it. Drop to Britton, foul line. Yes, ma'am.
They needed that score. Now they need to get a stop.
2:25 left. Sterling. Shot blocked by Gross. Moore comes up empty, gets her on board. No. Pinballs to Glover Bay at the foul line. No. Gross with a rebound. And an errant pass and a foul there by Barnes. That's going to be the third personal for Sydney Barnes. As a substitution for Western Tech. Ward is coming, taking a rest as number 34, Matar, subbing in for Western Tech. Manning will inbound it. Into Stokes. Tremendous deny there by Glover Bay on Manning. Kelsey Parker on Stokes. There's the pick by Britton. Calling for in the post. Stokes swings it to Gross, the freshman. Stokes from inside the three-point line. No. Kelsey Parker, the freshman, with the rebound. Looks like they had a few open looks on that one. Sterling. In and out. Britton. Rebound for the Wolverines.
We have a little bit of up and down right now. There's a lot of activity. It hasn't been real effective.
There's Britton out on the three-point line. Stripped by Roberts. Not the ball handler you want with the ball, but Western has it back. Britton goes up. Correction, I'm sorry, that was Manning going up on that.
It looks like it's a little physical inside there. Both teams are playing hard, and
physicality turned up for sure. Matar draws the foul, trying to get the and one there.
I have to get that inbound play because they've been open 3 or 4 times on the weak side block. Nice job, Western Tech, getting the ball in.
Matar at the line, she's a 1 for 3 so far. Knocks down her free throw. Knocks down her second. 5 points tonight for Matar. An official's timeout.
Looks like Western Tech's trying to come up and pressure the ball a little bit more towards half court.
And Maya Moore subbing in for Barnes. She'll inbound it to Glover Bay. Press Parker to Roberts, and she walks. So it's going to go the other way to Western Tech as they are down 19 here with 1 minute left in the third. Still another period to go for Western Tech.
Let's see if they can get something off of that turnover.
Stokes, Britton wide open, rims out, pass deflected.
Nice hustle on the offensive board.
And there's a foul.
Imani Gross did a nice job getting that offensive board.
That's a third personal on Amaya Moore. We got the 1-and-1. Imani Gross at the line for a crucial 1-on-1. And rims out, and Parker with a board. Opportunity missed there for Western Tech. Sterling, drive, and she's going to go to the foul line. Second foul on Manning. Team's fifth. Sterling at the line to shoot. Rims out on the first. Misses both. It's tapped away. That's going to go to Western Tech.
Did you see how high up Cherie Roberts got on that?
I can imagine if it was the scouting combine, she had tremendous numbers for the vertical leap. Britton swings it out to Matar. 25 seconds left here in the third frame. Manning drives. And she's going to go to the line for two.
I think Western Tech needs to do more of that if they can.
Yeah,
Take it hard to the paint.
Seem to have neglected going into the paint. They've been settling for some jump shots when they have had the opportunities, Ellen.
Then they have to be able to, convert some of those free throws into points when the foul is called.
And knocks down a free throw. Only 6 points tonight for Tiffany Manning, the team's leading scorer. Sterling in the middle to Roberts. Foul line. Wow. How do you defend that, Ellen?
That's just an awesome shot. Nice turnaround. She was up over everyone, and she got the nice roll.
Matar comes up empty on the three to end the third quarter. After 3 quarters of play here, the Baltimore County Championship, Pikesville up on Western Tech 54-24. Ellen, looks like Pikesville, if they continue to play the way they're playing and hold Western Tech on the defensive end, they might secure their second straight Baltimore County Championships as we look at the highlights here.
Yes, they certainly didn't let up at all in that third quarter. They came out aggressive, continued to press full court, and caused some nice turnovers. And unlike their opponent, they were able to convert on those extra opportunities that they got from their defensive pressure. Western Tech has got to give it all right here. Last quarter, I know their players played a lot of minutes. It's all about just laying it out on the line and just kind of going for it and, continuing to play hard.
You look at the way this game has gone compared to last year. It's been a lot of role players for Pikesville coming up. As we saw the first half, it was number 12, Sydney Barnes. She really got the scoring load and brought the effort on the defensive end. And then as the game went along, Sterling and Roberts, they've been owning the boards and Roberts has been getting and ones left and right. Sterling has been on the boards as well and knocking down some shots in the paint and disrupting shots.
Yep, and Francis Glover Bay has been playing very, very good defense on, Tiffany Manning, Western Tech's leading scorer, and she's held her to, 8 points.
And she's been rebound there. Sterling on there. And going back to what I was saying, they've really been a tough job on Tiffany Manning and making life difficult for, the other 2 and 3 players with Ward and Stokes. And there's a block. On Glover Bay, that's her second, I believe, second personal. Correction, her third personal. And Tiffany Manning at the charity strike for 2. Knocks down the much-needed free throw. Robertson bringing it up at the point. Swings it to Glover Bay. And we got another official stop. Might be an issue with the clock. It seems the officials have fixed the issue with the clock. And Glover Bay will inbound it for the Panthers. Sterling into the paint to Roberts. Pass deflected. And it pinballs back to Pikesville. Barnes. Roberts swings it over to Bay. Sterling wants it in the paint. Double team, swing it to Robertson. That's her shot. Splash.
That was a nice inside-outside offensive set for Pikesville. Went inside to Sterling, and then she was able to kick it out
Manning
to
for
Tyra
3.
Robinson.
Up short, Roberts with the board. Western Tech bringing the trap. Glover Bay comes up empty. And that's going to stay here with Pikesville.
Pikesville's trying to spread out the offense a little bit, maybe to use some clock and to really pull Western out of that paint area.
Off the inbound, Sterling knocks down the shot from inside the three-point line.
She's in a zone tonight.
She's got 15 tonight for Sterling, matching her number. Natar over to Troy Williams. Aaron pass. And that's going to go to Pikesville.
I like the idea what they're trying to do. You know, given a give and go, it's just that the passer has to be the pass has to be a little bit sooner.
And we got a timeout here as Pikesville extends their lead here. They're up by 25 with 5:49 left. Even this late in the game, you see Pikesville. They're still bringing the aggressive intensity on the defensive end. They're not letting anything up for Western Tech. They're not making it easy.
You know, and to me, from a coaching perspective, that's a sign of a true championship team. You know, they know what it takes. They're playing every minute that they're on the floor. All 5 players are giving everything they've got, and they're not leaving anything to chance. That's what makes them so tough to beat. That when they play with that level of energy and focus.
That is correct, Ellen. As we look on to the state playoffs, I know the seeding has been announced today. Potentially maybe these two teams could make a run in now their respective classes, with Pikesville being in 2A and Western Tech in 1A. Maybe that frees them up to maybe advance a little further as these two
And maybe
teams
Hanford the 3A.
Exactly, 3A as well.
No, I think that's kind of the neat thing about the Baltimore County, basketball is that we have strong teams in each of the 1A, 2A, 3A, and 4A, and playing against each other during the season can only help us to be stronger once we get to the playoffs against teams from other counties that we might face.
There's Sterling on the inside, rebound by Gross. And stolen by Robinson.
That kind of looked like backcourt.
And that is right on cue. That is the call. Backcourt violation. Pikesville faithful not agreeing with that. But
there was a loose ball, but I don't think that Pikesville ever lost possession, and I think that's the key. You have to lose possession.
Matara swings it over to Manning. Drives, stripped by Glover Bay. Her calling card is the defense. Tapped away. Oh, that is a traveling violation. And it's going to go to Western Tech. Glover Bay visibly upset there.
She did a really nice job just as Manning was starting to drive. She took away that lane and just stripped her of the ball. That was really nice.
Stokes swings it out to Manning. 3-ball opportunity. Again, coming up empty. The shot just hasn't been there, except for maybe in the first quarter when she hit that 3-ball early. Ellen.
Just needs to use a little bit more legs, I think. It's hitting the front of the rim, and it looks like it's on target. But again, fourth quarter, you do get a little tired, so you need that little extra in your legs.
City Barnes drives. She's looking for Robinson. And she gets it. 3 on the shot clock. Glover Bay 3-ball. No, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. One of the few things that Pikesville has done wrong tonight, Ellen. Shot clock violation.
It looked nice coming out of her hands, though. Had nice rotation.
A nice rainbow arc. Thought it was going to go in there. 4:20 left here in the fourth quarter. Pikesville cruising with a 25-point lead. Manning, 3-ball, wide open, empty. Roberts tapped it away. It's going to stay with the Wolverines. Britton inbounds it to Manning. Glover Bay drives, underhand, and scores. Tremendous move by Tiffany Manning.
That was nice. And I like that they're still playing hard and they're still going to the hoop.
Robinson, deflected. Barnes over to Robinson for 3. Rims out. Britton with the board. Loses the handle. And Glover Bay turns it over.
That's just teaching players to be able to, get a tough rebound like that and have their balance and not put the ball on the floor is, part of the development of players.
Sydney Stokes gets her first 3-ball of the night. And she's got 10 tonight. It's for Sydney Stokes, the junior guard for the Wolverines. Barnes, dangerous pass. Robinson over to Bay, swings it to Barnes. Jump stop, rims out. Sterling with the board and draws the foul.
Again, Tim, she's in the right place at the right time. It's almost like she knows.
She knows where the ball is coming off the miss. Sterling at the line. Again, she's got 15 points, matching her jersey number. Still at 15 after that one. Tremendous job on the boards tonight, along with Roberts.
Yeah, they've just crashed the glass all night long. Gives so much more confidence to your shooters when you know that someone else is going to pick you up and be able to get that offensive board and maybe score a layup. And they've both done a wonderful job tonight doing that.
2:45 left here in the girls' Baltimore County Championship. Destiny Ward.
Looks like somebody got a piece of that.
That might have been deflected. And Glover Bay is going to like to slow it down here. Over to Robinson is Western Tech looking to still establish their press. And Sterling with another three. Her second three ball of the night. She has 19 for the junior forward. Matara the other end, in and out. Sterling with the rebound. 64-41
I was hoping maybe
lead.
Sterling was a senior.
She still has another year. Barnes still has another year. Moore is only a
nice
freshman.
move. Oh.
Stokes gets the rebound. She's got a 2-1 break. Drives, underhand, no. And that was knocked away by Roberts. Just, my goodness, she one-handed that for the rebound. Her, as you mentioned, her athleticism is mighty impressive. Matar inbounds it to Manning. Barnes all over her. Comes up empty on the three. Rebound by Glover Bay. There's a little bit of a frustration foul there for Manning. Shots haven't been falling. Not the night she would have liked, Ellen. As I mentioned, she missed last year's game with the ankle injury and not putting on a performance she'd probably like tonight.
Yeah, you know, she gave her all. I mean, some nights your all is better than other nights, and you have to give a lot of credit to the Pikesville team and the defense that they've played. I don't think she got too many looks either handling the ball or shooting the ball without someone around her. And when she drove the paint, there was somebody draped on her the entire game. So she was definitely a key for the Pikesville defense. And, you know, that just speaks to the great player that she is.
You have to give credit definitely to the defenders, but that certainly had to be the game plan for Coach Dukes coming in tonight. Tiffany Manning, senior, 1,000-point scorer for all time in history, really put the clamps down. And Sydney Barnes, number 12, and Glover Bay as their defensive calling card, really shut her down tonight.
Pikesville got a lot of.
And there's an inside there move by Kayla Jackson, the 5'9" senior forward for Western Tech.
I started to say Pikesville got a lot of production from many players. It seemed like most of the players played to their strengths. You know, they did have some turnovers, but Western Tech wasn't able to take advantage of those. But every player that stepped on the court in a white jersey tonight really came to play. And that's a credit not only to the team but to the coaching staff. And so it seems like they have them operating a well-oiled machine at this point. And that's where you want to be at this time of the year going into the playoffs, which start this Friday.
Yes, they have, as we look at their roster, they have 9 players on the roster. And looking at here tonight, 6 players getting on the stat sheet with some points for Pikesville. So they're, even though it may be a small roster, they're really producing with each and every piece on their team, with them missing some of their players. As we see on the screen, Amaya Frazier, one of their guards, tore her ACL early in the season, so they've been playing kind of shorthanded.
But they picked up the pieces. They figured out how to play in spite of not having Amaya. And, you know, they're a really, really solid team. They have a lot of athletes and very good basketball players.
Just some very solid contributions with the basketball number 20, Amaya Moore, here, as she has the ball. The longest fellow freshman, there's Kelsey Parker. Swings it to Roberts. Robinson for three. No. Sterling had the board. And looks like Western Tech had it. And they're going to call that foul on. Okay, they're going to call that on Western Tech, excuse me. So Sterling's going to go to the line here. With the one and
even
one.
though Western Tech had a rough night tonight, Coach Legon has to be proud of his squad as well, and hopefully they can, pick up the pieces. Pikesville is a formidable opponent, and they can learn from this game and make some adjustments and also do it well, as we talked about earlier in the state playoffs.
Tiffany Manning at the charity strike. She's 3 of 4 tonight. And the lefty knocks down the first. Sydney Barnes coming to the game. Sterling heading to the bench with 44 seconds. She has 19 points. Fingerprints really all over this game. Manning knocks down both free throws. As it's now 67-45 here in the waning seconds. Pikesville closing in on their second.
Pikesville working maybe on an end of game play if they do face an opponent that's, they're close with and they need to move the ball around and use the 30-second clock.
There's 4 seconds
Before
on the
getting a
shot
shot
clock.
off.
Parker. Shot was deflected. Destiny Ward. Oh, lost her footing, and that's going to be a double dribble there. Looked like she's confused with what she was going to do there. Here's 3 seconds, 2, 1. And there you have it here tonight at CQ Arena. The Pikesville Lady Panthers defeat Western Tech 67-45 and capture their second straight Baltimore County Championship. Ellen, just a tremendous performance by all the pieces involved for Pikesville.
Yeah, as I said earlier, I think all the players as well as the coaches should be very proud of that performance. They made some mistakes, but they didn't put their head down. They just kept playing. The number of steals, tips, and deflections that they had was a testament to how hard they were playing on defense. And I know we're not keeping the stats on rebounds here, but they just own the boards offensively and defensively. And when you play solid defense like that and you own the glass, you're a pretty tough team to beat.
I mean, I know we don't have the stats for them, but you probably definitely booked Sterling and Roberts for a double-double with the points in the rebound department. And
yeah,
again, look at the other side with Western Tech, their second straight trip to the county championship. They come up short against Western Tech, and they have to refocus themselves for getting ready for the state playoffs. I believe are on Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, experience like this, playing at a college arena, playing in front of a crowd, can only help you. It's I think they started off the game with some nerves, and once they settled in, they were already down. I think it was maybe 15-6, and so you're playing catch-up ball, and sometimes when that happens, you have a tendency to push things a little bit more, and they did try to do some different things against Pikesville, but they just weren't able to be consistently successful really in any phase of the game today, and again I give a lot of credit to the Pikesville team.
Yeah, that's any fault of their own. Just the Pikesville defense really put the clamps down on Tiffany Manning and the secondary options, the 2-3 options with Destiny Ward and Sydney Stokes, and really just overpowering the bigs on the glass and getting the second chance points as well for Pikesville.
Yeah, and that's when you need, some of your role players to step up, and sometimes that happens and sometimes that doesn't.
And as we listen to our PA announcer, they're celebrating Pikesville winning their second straight Baltimore County championship.
Athletics for Mitchell. One with Mikesville Athletic Director Daniel Laverty. The principal Sandra will present plaques to the team members.
You're in the 3A with Hereford. You battled them this year, and how do you see possible outlook for this Pikesville team in the 2A? Newtown and some other schools in 2A.
Yeah, I mean, we just came from 2A, and we were fortunate enough to make it to the semifinals. I know there's been a little bit of a redistribution, but Pikesville beat us last year, and so that was one of our only losses until we lost in the state semis. So I'm looking at the team this year, and I think they are stronger in some ways. They're more mature. They have players doing more consistent things for them. I know that they lost their point guard, but it just seems like everybody has picking up some of the role that Amaya provided. Again, I just think from top to bottom, from what we saw tonight, they've got a really good chance.
And this is really a senior-led program. Senior-led, program. Sterling a senior, Glover Bay a senior, Robinson a senior, but some other tremendous pieces. They have potentially coming back next year with Frazier, going to be an upperclassman, ACL injury. Dakota Fisher Jr., Barnes a junior. What she showed tonight, she could be the next defensive stopper for Pikesville. Then you got the freshman contributions of Moore and Parker. Then the other seniors, she's got another year. She's going to be a senior next year. So they could potentially keep this train rolling into next year.
Yeah, that's a scary thought for me, but I mean, you can't take away what Tyra Robinson and Cherie Roberts and even what Glover Bay brought to this team with their leadership, and so they're going to be tough to replace. But I'm sure Coach Dukes is just thinking, all right, next player up. Let's go.
And again, congratulations to Western Tech and Pikesville tonight as they win the 2020 Girls Baltimore County Championship 67-45 and repeat as Baltimore County champions. I'm Tim Toon Jr. here with my wonderful color commentator, Ellen Fitzke. Have a wonderful night, and thank you for joining the broadcast.
Thanks, Tim. I had a blast.
Look forward to it next year if possible.
Assistant Coach Kevin Speaks. And the head coach of your 2020 Pikesville Girls champions, Michael Dukes. Again, congratulations.